All right, hello everyone. This is Sir Adrian here. Welcome back to our current game of Global War 1914 we're having, titled Operation Bersaglieri. I'll be stepping in for Seb Scullion to film the Imperial Japanese turn for the current fall-winter of 1915 turn. So in terms of tech, we're going to go ahead and try to get wartime economy up. So we need a 7 or higher. That's a 4, so very unfortunate once again. In terms of attacks, we're going to have 2. So we're going to have the cavalry, 2 infantry, and artillery that are up in Don Manich over here are going to do a walk-on to Kalmitskaya. So that'll revert to Russian control. And those units would be down here. What else? Then we're going to have the transport in the C zone just off Primorsky Krai. It's going to pick up it's gonna have a movement of 2, so it's gonna move. It's gonna pick up the naval infantry and infantry in Honshu along with these 2 pre-dreadnoughts. Then they're gonna move into the C zone just off German Shandong. They're gonna attempt to amphibiously assault that territory. So we'll start off with the bombardments. So we have 2 pre-dreadnoughts that'll be hitting on a 3 or less. So those both miss. And then he has a coastal artillery in that territory. So coastal artilleries in defense, they get a D6 that hits on a 3 or less, and they could fire up to a maximum of 3 shots per coastal artillery for each ship either conducting bombardment or ship offloading units. So we'll go ahead and roll that. So there's going to be 1 hit for sure, a miss, and a miss. So yeah, we'll suffer 1 hit. So we're gonna lose a pre-dreadnought, which sucks, but we don't want to lose our transport. So now we're going to have the naval infantry offload, as well as the regular infantry. And defending, we'll have a colonial, and that's flat terrain, so don't have to worry about anything of that. So colonial defending at a 2. So we'll have 2 at a 2. Both miss. And 1 defending at a 2. So a miss. So because it's the fall winter, we can't continue that attack. So we are going to have our units load back onto the transport. This colonial infantry and German Shandong will go back there. And that'll be that for now. So in terms of non-combat, we're going to move these two coastal submarines. I believe, yep, they have a movement of 1, but they get a boost from the major port in Malay. Yeah, in Malay, so they'll move 1, 2, just off the Maldives. We will have these two Japanese cruisers move 1, 2, 3, just off Western Australia. We'll have this cruiser here move 1, 2, 3, just off Formosa. We will have the 2 infantry in Primorsky Krai rail Okay, I can't do that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have them rail up to Petrograd. Yeah, up into Petrograd. So that'll be it, I do believe, for non-combat. Yeah. Actually, we'll rail one of these infantry from Hokkaido. We'll rail it down to to Kyushu. Yeah, and that'll be it for non-combat. In terms of purchases, we had 6 to spend. So we're spending 4 to purchase a naval infantry, which we'll place in Kyushu. And then we'll be upgrading a militia for 1. So we'll upgrade the militia in... Let's upgrade the one in Formosa. Yeah, so we can do that because we have a manpower there. So we'll upgrade the militia in Formosa to an infantry. So we'll collect 6 IPP again. That'll be it for the Imperial Japanese turn. So now we can hand things off to the Americans to do their turn first, / the Revolutionary Mexicans, followed by the Nationalist Chinese / Republic of China. But before we go, quick, there was a very small housekeeping item. So the Italians on their last turn, they would actually be at 7 IPP because they did not garrison Tripolitania. So instead of 8, they'll be at 7. And regarding the convoy raiding here, they did attack a line that is a British and French line. So I do believe the Brits would get that roll at 1, but we'll come back to that because in the rules it just says submarines. So I don't know if it was intended to be against submarines and coastal submarines that the British could have that 1 die roll at 1. Because if that is the case, then as I said, they would get that roll. Even though he wasn't putting damage on the British on that line, it doesn't matter. If you attack a line that nation also owns, they do get that defense roll. But as I said, it just says submarines in the rules and not coastal subs. So maybe we'll ask, because if that's the case, that should be reworded to specify that it's submarines and coastal submarines. And there should be an extra infantry in Mezzogiorno as well. I noticed that there was a militia that was placed there, or maybe moved there, but I think it was placed there. But yeah, there should be an infantry down there. I had my stuff up to date, and I imagine that was from the Italo-Ottoman War years and years ago. So yeah, there definitely was an infantry there. That I know that wasn't just left empty like that. So we'll have to add that in the TTS file. So that'll be it for now, and now we can hand things off, and I will see everyone back here for the random events.